sum total of the entirety of the second scene Blox Fruits. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of these fighting styles to figure out which fighting style is truly the best. And we're going to start with Dragon Breath, but first we're going to have to take a boat to the second sea. So I'm head to the luxury boat dealer, even though I could probably swim to Middletown. And now let's go to the second sea. Now we are here in the second sea. Sabi is the Dragon Breath teacher, and it could be bought for 15,000 frags from Sabi, who's located to the second to last arch of Red Bridge at Kingdom of Rose in the second sea. So he's somewhere here, and now let's go to talk to him, and he'll probably be selling us it. So let me just flash step over here. Perfect. Now let's talk to him and let's learn it. So click to interact. Wait, let me zoom in and click to interact. Hello, talk. It seems you already know this fighting style. Yep, I would love to learn this. And that's 1 out of the 4 fighting styles, but we haven't seen its abilities. So let's see. Ooh, pretty cool. I'm just gonna go test it on some swan pirates over there. And now that we've seen its potential, we'll have to go to Ice Castle, which is all the way across the map. So it's gonna have to take a while. So quick montage right here. We've arrived at Ice Castle, but I'll have to go inside the giant castle, which is right here. And at the end of the route, which is like right here, yeah, there'll be a boss, which is an awakened ice admiral who'll drop a key. But you have to go to this door, which is right here, yes. And they'll be for you the reformed, yep. And would you like to learn this fighting style? Yes, I would. Okay. Deathstep. That's 2 out of the 4 fighting styles. Now I gotta test these moves and the overheat moves too, so it's pretty basic as you can see. Rocket kick's pretty good for mobility, wind bullet, verminal drill. Okay, now let's go test it on some NPCs which are located here. Now we gotta head to Forgotten Island, which is super far away. So with the snap of this Buddha transition, I'm gonna be at Forgotten Island. So 3, 2, 1. Now at Forgotten Island, follow where I go closely because we're gonna have to go head to a boss. So let me just walk over here. Ooh, some chests. Pretty good money just for me because I have barely any money. I can't even roll. So the boss will be located right here and he'll have a sea beast, but you don't have to kill the sea beast, just the boss. And you'll drop a key which will give to Dayrock the Sharkman, which is located somewhere over here. So I'm just gonna go here and we're here. And looks like that's it. Yep. Misk. Dayrock the Sharkman. Let's click him. And let's talk, and he'll be selling it. Yes, we got it. And that's Sharkmankarate, 3 out of the 4 fighting styles. Let's go test its moves. So I'm gonna go test it on the NPCs for like the 3rd time. The next fighting style is the best for second sea, and it's almost as good as godhuman, and it's very far away, all the way at the snowy mountains. So as you can see, we're right here. I just have to find the secret entrance, and the hidden entrance is right here, and there'll be the martial arts teacher. So let me just go here. Let me go here. Wait, nope, I have to get in. Here, is it? No, oops, I just Buddha transformed. Well, I see his name tag, and here he is. Let's go click to interact. And this is superhuman, so let me learn it. Oh my god, superhuman. And we've seen all 4 fighting styles in the second sea. It looks just like godhuman, but it's worse. But it's almost as good. It's a pretty good alternative. And these abilities are pretty similar as well, so let's go check it out in this montage. be explaining each style individually. If we're speaking visuals, the way that you punch is honestly kind of cool. Then you've got the first move, Dragon Rush, which is a double punch. And our second move, you've got Dragon Flames, where you swirl fire. Then you've got the last move, which is called Dragon Explosion, which is like a bomb fruit, where you self-destruct. And in terms of damage, it's pretty good, but the moves are impossible to hit, which makes it trash. And the moves, they have very little range. Like, if I try to hit a mob, we can't hit them. These NPCs are, like, impossible to hit. And mobility is also garbage, because you can't move around that quick. And it's very cheap, which makes it pretty good, except the damage or the things, the moves, they're garbage. But it's 1.5k frags and no belly, which is very easy just by completing 2 raids, which is very simple, and you could easily get it. Next up, we've got the deathstep fighting style, and this one costs 1.5k frags and 2.5 million belly. In terms of visual of this fighting style, I mean, the kicks are kinda cool, but the actual moves are rocket kick, where you do a blitz speed drop kick, and wind bullet, which is literally a bazooka, and verminal drill, which locks them in places, which is pretty good, because you could just stay there, and they'll be stuck there too. But if I'm honest, it looks garbage without overheat, which is definitely where it falls short, since of the cooldown of overheat, and overheat is the main damage dealer. Now, once again, for PvP and grinding, it's OP. But I might just be, like that, because I like AoE attacks with this fighting style. Realistically, how are you gonna catch a sky camper with any of these moves? Just use wind bullet, it's overpowered. It's pretty fun to use, especially with rocket kicks when you're being chased by someone. And it's kinda good overall. It's really good for damage, but the verminal drill is very hard to hit, because nobody comes next to you. Next on the list is sharkmankarate, and this is one of my favorite fighting styles from the second sea. And now to obtain this fighting style, you have to go to Dayrock the Sharkman, which is pretty simple. And then you go down a sneaky little route to find his red house, and then you could get the fighting style. Realistically, compared to some of the later ones, this is insanely easy to obtain, if you don't count Dragon Breath, which is only 1.5k frags. Now for the visuals of sharkmankarate. You've got little bubbles on every single hit of a punch, left click. The first move is 12 water palms, which is very good for mobility, and a good combo starter. And the next move, the second move, which is pressure vortex. It's literally kind of like Earthen Haven, but it has very little range. But it's one of the coolest moves. And Great Sea Spear is very good for catching people off guard when they're standing still. The X move of this fighting style has barely any range. And it can't hit anything. Because, for Water Kung Fu, it has literally infinite range with Deadly Shower. But sharkmankarate, garbage. No range. But with Buddha, it's overpowered. So sharkmankarate is pretty good. Next up is superhuman, and you could get it from the martial arts teacher. And these are pretty easy to get if you go and get it. But the requirements? Oh my god. Look at all these requirements. This is one of the hardest fighting styles to get in the second sea. Now, other than these cool punch effects, this fighting style has insane damage, insane rage, and an ability that completely tracks onto the target. You just have to look at them. There's a reason this fighting style is called superhuman. It deals insane amount of damage. It has so much movement, and the C move is probably one of the most broken things in the entire game. You could literally just stand and look at someone, and it'll hit them when you click it. Now, I've not gotten into PvP myself, but you guys will have to let me know. But I assume Superhuman's one of the best in Second Sea. It's on a league of its own, literally one of the craziest fighting styles in PvP. Kind of like Godhuman, but Godhuman is obviously better. Which fighting style do you think is the best? Soon we'll venture to Third Sea, but for now, peace out. Third Sea will be uncovering Godhuman and many more fighting styles, so stay tuned.